Ukraine says power and water supply across the country has been badly hit after Russia launched more than 50 missiles targeting critical facilities. In the capital Kyiv, 80% of residents were without water, and about 350,000 apartments had no electricity, Mayor Vitaliy Klitschko said. In the northeastern city of Kharkiv, energy facilities were hit. The strikes come after Russia blamed Ukraine for a drone attack on its Black Sea fleet in the annexed Crimea. Mr. Klitschko reported water shortages in Kyiv after an energy facility near the city had been damaged in the Russian attack. He said the supply would be partially restored within 3 to 4 hours. He also said that engineers were urgently deployed to restore electricity supply. The city authorities said that in Kyiv itself, no hits were recorded, due to the effective work of the air defense forces. On Monday morning, missile strikes were also reported in the central Vinnytsia region, as well as Dnipropetrovsk and Zaporizhia in the southeast, and Lviv in western Ukraine. A facility at the Dnipro hydroelectric power plant in the Zaporizhia region was also reportedly hit. Overall, 18 facilities, most of them energy generating, were hit in 10 regions of Ukraine, Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal said, adding that hundreds of localities in 7 regions were left without power. It was not immediately known if there were any casualties. Residents in the regions under attack were urged to remain in shelters, amid fears more strikes could follow. They were also warned that emergency power outages were being rolled out across the country. In neighboring Moldova, the authorities reported that a missile shot down by Ukraine fell in the northern end of the town of Naslausia, near the border with Ukraine. There were no reports of any casualties, but windows were smashed in several houses. Ukraine's Air Force spokesman Yuri Inat told Ukrainian TV that Russia had used its strategic bombers to carry out its massive strikes. Ukraine's military later said that 44 out of more than 50 X-101 and X-555 cruise missiles launched from Russia's Rostov region and also the Caspian Sea had been shot down. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba said that, instead of fighting on the battlefield, Russia fights civilians. Russia has carried out several waves of deadly missile and drone attacks in recent weeks, reportedly destroying almost a third of Ukraine's power stations and other energy-generating facilities ahead of the cold winter period. Ukraine and its Western allies have repeatedly said that targeting civilian infrastructure amounted to war crimes. Russia has so far made no public comments on the reported latest strikes. On Saturday, one Russian warship was damaged in the port city of Sevastopol in a drone attack, the Russian Defense Ministry said. It also accused British specialists of having trained the Ukrainian soldiers who then carried out the strikes in Crimea, Ukraine's southern peninsula, annexed by Russia in 2014. Moscow provided no evidence to back its claims. Ukraine has not commented on the issue, while the UK Defense Ministry said Russia was peddling false claims on an epic scale. A meeting of the United Nations Security Council's UNSC Counterterrorism Committee (CTC) in New Delhi on Saturday saw a war of words between representatives of Moscow and London over a drone attack on the Russian Navy's Black Sea fleet at Sevastopol port of Crimea. Russia accused the United Kingdom of helping Ukraine in carrying out the attack with 9 unmanned aerial vehicles and 7 autonomous maritime drones. The UK rejected the allegation and was joined by other Western nations in slamming Russia. The meeting, held in Mumbai and New Delhi on Friday and Saturday respectively, was hosted by India, which currently holds its rotating chair. Moscow's representative in the meeting alleged that a civil engineer of the UK had a role in the terror attack on the civilian ships as well as warships of the Russian Navy's Black Sea fleet at Sevastopol in Crimea. The Ministry of Defense of the Russian government later alleged that the British specialists had supervised the preparation and training of the military personnel of the 73rd Marine Special Operations Center of Ukraine. The training and preparation for the attack were carried out at Kharkiv in Nikolaev region in Ukraine, alleged a spokesperson of the Russian government. The UK's representative at the UNSC Counterterrorism Committee's meeting in New Delhi dismissed Moscow's allegation, stating that Russia alone could end violence in Ukraine. To detract from their disastrous handling of the illegal invasion of Ukraine, the Russian Ministry of Defense is resorting to peddling false claims of an epic scale, the UK government tweeted. This invented story says more about arguments going on inside the Russian government than it does about the West. Drones are being used currently to target critical national infrastructure and civilian targets in Russia's brutal invasion of Ukraine, British Foreign Secretary James Cleverly said, participating in the special meeting of the UNSC Counterterrorism Committee in New Delhi. The meeting saw India and several other nations expressing concerns over use of drones and other new and emerging technologies